Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a video on how to set up the slip float rig for fishing here in Oswego. Stay tuned. Give you a close up for these. This is just a rubber bobber stop. Pretty simple, you can get them offline. Cheap bead. Nova tackle float. RTB floats work too. Bead. 3/8 ounce weight. Another bead. Spro swivels, blood run to a size 2 hook. I'll show you your options for bobber stops. First ones, and the ones that I prefer, are the conical ones. They work good. They slide through your eyes and go into your reel easy. Less resistance. Then you got the more bubble shaped ones. They work good too. Same, you put these on both the same way. Next you got the cloth ones. These come with most floats, so you'll always have some of these when you buy a slip float. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put these on. I'm going to start with the one that I'm going to fish, which is going to be the conical ones. So all you do, you get your main line. There's nothing on my main line, it's completely clear. You take your line, you find your loop. Each one of these has a loop on top of it. Slide that in, grab the bobber stop, give it a good pull, and it'll slide right on like so. Super simple, super easy. If you ever run into where these start looping up or loosening up, just slide another one on with it. Next is the more bubble shaped ones. Same rules apply with them. And last but not least, your cloth one. Grab your bobber stop, and then you grab the straw, pull the straw off and away, and then tighten this up. Now if you're going to be reeling this into your reel, trim these off. Trim these off leave about a 1/2 inch on either side, so you can get your fingers or your pliers or something and tighten it up, because these do tend to loosen up pretty quick. Show you how to put all this together. So you find your bobber stop. Bobber stop's already on the line. Next thing you need is a bead. Just slide that on the line like so. Next you need your float. Good tip is, if your float's having trouble going on the line, double it, make a point like so, and slide that point into your float. Until it comes out like so. Then the next thing you need, another bead, like this one. Pop that on, like so. Let it slide down and hit your float. Then you need your weight, like so. Then you need your other bead, like so. Then last but not least, you need your leader with your swivel. Six, like so. Always wet your knot. Pull that tight. Trim your tag in. Put that line in your pocket. Don't throw it on the ground. And there you go. There's your rig. You got your bobber stop, your bead, your weight, your float, another bead, your weight, another bead, swivel, leader, hook. And that's pretty much it for how to fish this rig. So what you're going to want to do is, obviously we put this bobber stop on there. What you're going to want to do is try to guess or ask somebody or whatever you got to do and figure out roughly about the depth of the water. So right now it's flowing at about 2 grand. So I would say this water right now is probably anywhere from 10 to 12 foot deep. So what you would do is grab this float and just start high. Go 5-6 foot up the float, up the line like so. You know, I got a lot of leader or a lot of main line right there. So how this works is the float will slide up and hit that bobber stop, and that controls how deep you fish. So I mean, you can fish this all the way to 20 foot at 20-30 feet if you need to. As long as you got a heavy enough weight and enough leader, it'll slide. And then this goes down the river in that fashion right there. The weight or your bait and everything's always going to be out front roughly, and it's going to truck down the river like that. And yeah, this just controls how deep you're fishing. And then make a drift. You know, ask somebody, say, hey, how deep are you fishing, or figure it out yourself, and just keep sliding that down until you either hit a fish or you hit bottom. That's the biggest part of this, because if you're just fishing in no man's land at 10-12 feet off the bottom, or 10-12 feet down, and you're not hitting bottom, you're not hitting fish, you're wasting time. So just keep going deeper until you start snagging on bottom. That is the biggest tip I can give you when it comes to float fishing, because I'll see a lot of people, they'll all come down, they'll set up their floats at 10 foot, 14 foot of water, fish all day, and maybe catch one fish because you caught one that was, you know, suspended. But if you really get down there and you really fish the bottom, that's how you're going to catch these kings out.